to Kimmy Talks Wrestling Royal Rumble predictions. We're here with some really fun people. You know, we're here with Bill. We have Skylar driving, but it's not my job to introduce them, it's theirs. So let me introduce you, the late editor-in-chief of the site that I write for, thepopbreak.com, and probably the best therapist ever, Mr. Bill Duncan.
I thought you weren't introducing me, but that's a pretty damn good introduction. So, yes, I am here to talk about the Royal Rumble. Spoilers, I'm the mystery entrant, because that's about as how explosive these surprises are gonna be.
That's a fact.
I mean, it depends on your opinion of me, if that means it's great or not. So,
I mean, you're going to come in at number 30. You're going to eliminate everybody. I'm going to see you live in Dallas. Come on.
Oh, not that stadium. I ain't setting foot in that stadium. Oh, Giants fan. Come on now.
Hey, you know, your team and my team are looking for some new head coaches. So, like.
That's true. That's true. Well, we can't leave out Knight Rider joining us the fast.
I'm going. Bill is just taking my job. You know what? Do you want to host instead?
Yeah, sure. Why not? So coming to us live from a tricked out Nissan Sentra. Some call her the Fast. Some call her the Furious. Skylar Hand is on the podcast. Welcome to Kimmy Talks Wrestling. Spoilers. I'm actually Kimmy now. This is a great podcast. So Skylar, please obey traffic laws as I see a green light. Living her life a quarter mile at a time, the streets of Staten Island. And if you don't think this is how I start my podcast, the Socially Distanced podcast, which drops every single Friday on Apple, Google, Anchor, and Spotify. It sort of is. So yeah, we're talking Royal Rumble 2022. I'm just letting everyone just you know, get in here. But before we get into that, we had an historic show this weekend. Of course, GCW, Game Changer Wrestling. Long story on how that name came about. It ties into like the Jonas Brothers, and it's wild. True story. Sort of. Hammerstein Ballroom. Skylar, you were there. The audio wasn't always the best.
Yeah.
I should say. Mostly, I bet you, because of the licensed music. How was the atmosphere in the Hammerstein Ballroom? Well, we're recording this on a Monday night, so last night.
It was nuts. Honestly, it was so loud every time someone came out. There were some dull moments where the crowd was kind of but that's like, I feel like expected at like a long night of a pay-per-view. Shout out to my brother, who was one of the loudest there and got told to shut up, and he didn't because he's the ultimate heel in our family.
Nice.
So
Kyle.
I didn't know you were Kyle. Matt Cardona's sister, but all right.
He's a Matt Cardona fan.
Dude, Matt Cardona, I don't care what anyone says. You can pull my card for all you want. One of the best heels in the business right now. And if WWE was smart, they would have him in the Royal Rumble with Chelsea. I think, and sadly cannot have that Mick Foley flannel he had on. But yeah, that would be amazing. Who got the loudest reaction of the night? Because I think there's 3 people who got killer ones.
Matt Cardona.
Oh, I was talking just positive. I was saying Lufisto, Thunder, and of course, Nick Gage.
Oh my God. When Thunder came out, it was great. We didn't expect it. Like, we expected Lufisto because, like, the Hall of Fame and everything. I'm so glad I finally got to see her live. But when Thunder came out, me and my brother were so excited. Like, even Effie.
Oh, well, you know, Effie's fine. He's fine.
My man. I love Effie.
Why he lost made the least.
Probably going for another match.
Yeah, in Dallas probably, but
probably with Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, I mean that should match. Well, New York didn't have blood or fighting in the crowd, and they definitely were going for a Monday night in Memphis match, and it did not work.
I liked it. I think because I was there.
Yeah, it probably was a little different.
Did you hear all the chants though?
Did.
During the Effie match, I don't. Yeah. I heard some slapnuts chants, which I definitely.
There was a lot of crew chants. like, because that's how Effie is. And then like there was when he was getting slapped with a belt, it was just like Effie likes it, and it was the funniest thing in my life.
He did like it. We have seen that happen before.
Yeah,
But Kimmy, this was your first time watching GCW,
It was.
and is this also your last time watching GCW?
It is. I don't know what it was. So I had nothing to do last night, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna cave in. I'm gonna buy this pay-per-view. And every time I was like, Bill, I'm so confused. I don't know what's happening. What is this? The 6-man tag was amazing. Like, let me tell you. Laredo Kid is the must-see for 2022. You heard it here first, as well as Impact. Bill, Impact is the company to see in 2022. Just telling you again. Like,
yeah,
I tell you
gotta
what.
find it, but yeah, you should watch it.
Hey, Access TV, they're honor no more. I'm honoring no more. But I don't know. It's not my style. I like trying in and finding all these new wrestlers, but I was just really bored.
I was just upset there was a no blood rule in New York, because it just would have made it a little bit better, because it is GCW. And but Moxley, I forgot. I forgot Moxley. I cried.
Fake fan. You forgot about your man.
I just seen him, especially since he came out of rehab. I generally cried. I was so happy for him.
Welcome to the spiritual side of wrestling.
Listen.
I never cried.
Some people get radical. Live to get radical. People don't see the spiritual side of things. I butchered a Point Break reference that no one's gonna get but me. But yeah,
I'm so sorry that I'm only 20.
No. Most people don't get my random Point Break references, so it's just a running joke for myself. But yeah, that was like Moxley, like he needed to be in the crowd brawling and bleeding, and especially with Homicide. Yeah. That sucked because he didn't get the full, like, Kimmy, you didn't really get a full GCW show. Like, it's a little more violent, it's a little more interactive. This was kind of, I feel like it was, I don't know, Skylar, you might disagree, kind of felt like a celebration of all the generations of GCW, and it just like kind of was like a all-star game in some respects, and then it was like, okay, this is like the closing of this chapter. We're now moving on to bigger things going forward.
Yeah, no, I agree. Which I get, especially I feel like they had to, especially with the no rule. But like when I went to see the Mox versus Gage match live, like that's definitely how GCW.
Yeah.
So I do like it was a big celebration, but I feel like move past it and get back to the way they were, because they have to stay consistent how they are to continue and not be the last GCW that he always says.
The last.
So do you think they run another show at Hammerstein?
I don't know, because of the blood rule. I generally don't know.
I 100% think they do. Because I think, or at least Hammerstein's going to want him back, because they set the record for the most well-attended wrestling show. That beats out ECW One Night Stand 1 and 2. That beat out ROH, all the ROH shows. And then it beat, which I'm surprised, especially some of those combined ROH shows. It beat the New Japan House show. And I believe it beat Impact when they were there, or TNA, I should say.
Yeah, it was the most people.
Not even in Hammerstein.
But it was good. I was just. So now am I taking over when we talk about WWE, or is this still?
Well, Kimmy, I mean, we've changed the game of Kimmy Talks Wrestling, going independent. We saw some of our friends there, and so now we must bid adieu to the land of Lauderdale and Janela, and we must sojourn our way back into the hearts and minds of Vincent McMahon, as much of a nightmare as that may be for some. And let's talk about the Royal Rumble 2022, and I graciously pass over my hosting duties to Kimmy.
Oh my God, you're so nice. Well, Skylar. So we're back. I'm taking my show back from Bill because he took it hostage talking about the indies. And that's what he does, because Bill teaches me a lot about the indies, so it just made sense. But now we're talking about my expertise, WWE and the Royal Rumble. Yay. So there we have 6 amazing matches. So like Bill said, we're recording this on Monday, so there's probably going to be a pre-show match announced. We're still going to have royal entries, so yeah. But we're going to start off with the Raw Women's Championship match, Becky Lynch versus Doudrop or Piper Niven. I don't know how you're all feeling or what you call her. Maybe some still call her Piper Niven. I don't know. But I don't see Becky Lynch losing. I mean, this should be a good match. I'm excited Doudrop's getting this opportunity, but this is Becky all day, every day. Skylar, are you agreeing with your orange girl hair twin, winning? That was a really good segment.
Yes, I do think Becky's winning. I don't think Doudrop's winning. I do think it's a great opportunity for her, or Piper Niven. I hate saying Doudrop because I hate that word. But I think it's a great opportunity for Piper Niven. I'm glad they went to a new route instead of doing the same match again, which I like, which we're probably going to get the same matches at WrestleMania, maybe a triple threat, which is kind of different, but Becky's definitely going over. Maybe, hopefully it kind of elevates Piper and not bury her in a way.
Do you think she'll enter the Royal Rumble?
Piper?
Mm-hmm.
No. Oh, they might, because they have no women.
There's wait, I have it. There's 8 spots. How many spots left? There's 8 spots left, so they can. Bill, what do you think?
Well, I don't refer by either name. I refer to her as Viper because I remember her watching on the Indies in Scotland. That's right, all the ICW days. But I think this is going to be a sleeper match. I think because the name isn't good, that most people kind of write her off and they're like, whatever. But I think they're going to have a really, really good match. Viper's been like, she's wrestled, men, women of all sizes and shapes. And I think she's shown she can go with anybody. And I think Becky is just one of the best going right now. So I think like they're going to have a really good competitive match. Does she enter the Rumble? Probably will. If she loses, she'll be like towards the end, if they have her come in, she won't win, but she'll enter if they can't, if they don't fill out the roster, which we'll get to that in my thoughts on that. But I do think Becky Lynch is going to come out on top here. What the future holds for Becky Lynch is very interesting.
I'm scared. But look, we're all on the same page. It's a miracle, guys. Here we go. See? Until we get to the Rumble and then we get to Rollins, that's just going to all go downhill. But I'm going to talk about the match that I believe is going to open the show, which is Miz and Maurice versus Edge and Beth Phoenix, the grit couple versus the it couple, the match that should have happened at WrestleMania. I don't understand why it's not, but I believe Edge has bigger plans that may or may not be phenomenal. Skylar, who do you think's coming out with this one?
Beth and Edge. Definitely see them winning because it just makes sense. But I love mixed tag matches, like, because I just love when the women like wrestle with like alongside the men, because it means like doing the same tire as them. You got legends versus I'm just glad Beth, and I'm just glad Maurice is getting back in the ring. I love Maurice. I'm a big Maurice fan. I love that they're wrestling again in this decade. And it's just entertaining. I like how this has been happening. I like that Maurice was kind of like scared and then only doing stuff behind their backs, like hitting her with a brick, like very Maurice thing to do. So I'm excited for this match, but I do think Edge and Beth are winning.
Who do you think gets the pin? The men or the woman?
The woman.
Smart, because that's how it always is. Bill, what do you think?
It's weird that like it's gonna be Edge and Beth, but it's like, man, they really have had. Do you really have the Miz and Team Miz lose twice in a row on 2 big shows like that? It's kind of wild. Like that's why I do see, like Skylar was saying, that Beth pins Maurice in order to give us another Edge Miz match, or Edge and Miz in Elimination Chamber. Like these guys are gonna fight again. Like, what's the February pay-per-view?
Chamber and Saudi.
Yeah.
Like, so I could see Edge and Miz if they're not in the Chamber. That's not a steel cage match with some sort of gimmicky match. that they would do together, especially on a show that big, because they always tend to throw out gimmicky matches in the Saudi shows. So I could see that. But yeah, I don't know where you go with Miz after this. Like, you say it could be AJ and Edge, that'll be cool, but I don't know what you do with Miz after this. Like, where does he go? Like, what is he's just going to be just the guy on reality TV, isn't doing much. That seems to be kind of wasting his talents.
I think you could use him for the US title and him beat Priest.
I mean, we did that already for a long time last year.
Well,
That's what I mean.
I don't know. They got rid of his tag team partner.
Yeah, but like I don't need another Miz versus Priest. I need something new and fresh.
Bad Bunny too. He comes
Oh,
back.
but I would love Bad Bunny back.
He was pretty good.
Bad Bunny.
Pretty good. I would rather it have been Bad Bunny than Johnny Knoxville in the Rumble.
Oh my god.
Maybe Bad Bunny will come out.
He has a tour coming up. He's not coming out.
You don't know that. I think that Miz and Maurice are going to be 0-3 because every time they've teamed together, they've lost. They lost against Cena and Nikki. They lost against
That feels
Brie.
like a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
They lost to Brie and Brian.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're going to lose against Edge and Beth. So they're going to be 0-3.
They're gonna get divorced.
No, they're having the birthday celebration.
No, I know, but Vince McMahon will come in. He's like, "You get a divorce," and it's like, "Whoa, that's the ultimate!" Like, that's their fourth one. Whoever the next couple is they fight, it's like, if you don't beat them, it's like the Italian Tyson Kidd. If you don't beat them, you get a divorce, and everyone's like, "Wow, this got real awkward, real quick."
That's what it should be. It could be
I'm cooking for WWE now. It's great.
Johnny comes back. It's Johnny and Candace. That's the tea.
Please don't. We'll find. Hopefully, Johnny's at the beach right now.
Oh, I'm so excited for the beach. But Edge and Beth are obviously going to win. I wouldn't be surprised if Beth enters the Rumble too, because she's been in every single Women's Royal Rumble there's been. So yeah. So wouldn't be surprised if they are really having trouble like filling spots. But I think this is going to be pretty good. I mean, Miz and Maurice could go, Edge and Beth could go. I like the whole grit couple thing. It's not too corny. But yeah, I think Edge and Beth. And so we have 2 title matches that kind of coincide with each other, and we have 2 Royal Rumble matches. But before we get to the architect himself, we're going to talk about Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley. Ooh, the dream match we've all been waiting for like 10 years that WWE's finally doing. So I'm going to go to Bill. I feel like Bill has so many thoughts about this match.
I don't. It's like, you know what? Here's the thing. Bobby Lashley, when he came back, it was so bad. It was when he came back to WWE after Impact, TNA/Impact, and he was doing the Sami Zayn boot camp thing, and like he had the sisters. It was really bad. The Leo Rush stuff was all right, but like at times even that got a little bit. But he's like, this past 2 years, he's like coming to his own. He's been awesome. I think Bobby Lashley is like finally capitalized on what everyone was like, oh, this guy's a star. And like, he really has hit it out of the park, especially with MVP. It's just like, but for some reason, it just doesn't feel like that main, like you were saying, Kimmy, like this should be big box office, but like 10 years ago, it would have been bigger box office. And I think Brock's going to walk out with this one. I would love to see Bobby Lashley beat him. I think it would be great, but I don't see Bobby Lashley tapping out to a full Nelson. I'm sorry, Brock Lesnar tapping out to a full Nelson. And so I think this will be a lot better than people are going to are like thinking it's going to be, because Brock does show up at pay-per-views. Remember a few years ago, we had the Finn Balor Royal Rumble match, which was really, really good. They'd worked the stomach, which I thought was like such a clever thing to do. But I don't know. Like I think it's just gonna be Brock Lesnar taking this one, and I don't know where this goes. I mean, I have some ideas, but like, there's no clear path. It's like John Cena. There's no clear path for WrestleMania.
Hey, I mean, maybe John Cena will be sitting in the front row again, and he'll have better seats than I do for Dallas. Skylar, what do you think about the dream match that should have happened 10 years ago?
Should have happened 10 years ago. You know me with big men wrestling each other. Not a fan. I do like face Brock Lesnar. I must say that. I love face Brock Lesnar. Like, I actually want to see him dominate people. I don't think this is gonna be a long match. I think he's gonna just destroy Bobby Lashley. Like, it's not gonna be a real match. And maybe Lashley gets a little offense, but I don't see him. I just see Brock just dominating.
Yeah, I don't see this being 20 minutes. I
It
think
better not.
they can't completely squish Bobby though, because that just makes him look bad.
They can make him lose and then attack Brock after.
Oh.
Yeah, but that, we can't win on that situation.
I mean, can we really win it all with this card?
No.
Do we win? We don't win.
No.
So this match is interesting because I believe this is going to coincide with another match.
Oh.
Because I think that's what we're doing for night 2. But that means that someone has to lose a title in order for this match to happen. And sadly enough, Brock Lesnar will be losing. Well, no, will be retaining his title. And Brock Lesnar will go on to face Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Wow.
And now here we go, guys. The moment.
So are you saying that the winner of the Royal Rumble would face? Okay, I know where you're going.
Yeah.
So now it's the moment. The time is here. Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. I'm not going to go first. Skylar's going to go first. And I'm just going to bask in everyone's glory that we're all going to say the same thing here.
Okay. Here's my thing. I'm scared of they're stopping the brand split and they're going to combine the titles at WrestleMania.
That's what I thought.
Trust me, I would love for Seth to win, but I don't think he is because they want that Brock Lesnar and Roman match. They want it. And I think they're going to combine the titles at WrestleMania, which I think is the most stupidest thing to stop the brand split because it's going to give mid-carders no TV time. It's going to give all the big people more time. I think it's stupid. Anyway, Roman might win. That's my fear if they go through this. If they don't go through that, I see Rollins winning and Roman winning the Rumble. I swear to God, this pay-per-view, I have usually I'm pretty good at guessing what's going to happen.
Yeah.
This pay-per-view is really confusing me and I don't like it. I love it because it's going to be surprises. I miss that. But also, for my brain, I don't like it.
Oh, I don't like my men's Royal Rumble winner. I'm just going to take a bet and a gamble and let's hope.
See, what I hate about this match is that this is not the WrestleMania main event. It's on a platter. Rollins cost Roman the WrestleMania and one of the best Money in the Bank cash.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I mean, I don't know what comes second. Maybe Punk and Ziggler are up there, but Rollins, that one was just because no one wanted to see Roman win. And then when he cashed in, it was like, so it was but this should be the main event, a Mania, because it's just, there's so much history, there's so much build, there's so much you could do. You could literally have him Seth win the Rumble, do that bullshit he does with the drip and all the ridiculous outfits, and then Roman just calls him out, and he could say, I could beat you without any of this, and then gets into a very serious mode, and we have this serious, tense, dramatic feud between two former friends. It's what they used to build WrestleMania on, interpersonal drama and stakes. Instead, we're doing it at the Rumble, because I don't think, I mean, there's a few ways you could go. If they unify the belts, I could see it being Roman's belt taking, Roman and Brock, with Roman coming out on top. I just think unless they have The Rock ready to go, Roman's gonna keep the belt, because I don't think they know what to do. They're just either it's gonna be a unification or it's gonna be Brock or something like that. It's just if it's not The Rock, if it's the Rock, you take the belt off of Roman. He does not need the title to feud with The Rock. Seth Rollins could definitely use the belt right now. Put him against Big E, anyone, and you could have a good feud there. Like, it won't be the main event because I'm not gonna, like, let's call it like it is. Roman Reigns, The Rock, that's history. That's it. And the women we have theories on that. That should be main eventing one night. Like, that's how you do it. That's how you sell out those arenas. Man, oh man, like I would love Rollins to win this match. I just don't see them pulling the trigger on it. And again, to me, Kimmy, I know you love Rollins. To me, this should have been a night 1 or 2 main event for WrestleMania. It is written in the stars. It should be. This should not be this should not be a title match, which isn't even a main event.
You're right. But here's the thing. So if we're gonna
Rollins is gonna, this whole COVID thing, Rollins is gonna cure it. His DNA is gonna cure all of us. He is the architect for the future of this world. His child will become emperor of the world and will save us from a Snowpiercer like fate. I know. I know the story. Becky Lynch will become the queen of the world and rule justly.
Oh my god, that was wonderful. I really hope that does happen.
I mean, I did theater once.
Love it.
I know. So here's the thing. If we're gonna go based off rumors and speculation, Rollins was supposed to win the title at day 1. Right? So Rollins is supposed to be champion right now if Roman did not get COVID. So if that was the initial plan, why would they not go through the initial plan with Rollins defending the title at Mania? What would be stopping them? Nothing would be stopping them. Rollins is going to win this match. Hold up that Universal title, make it red, change it from blue to red, and be the best WrestleMania main event for revenge, actually. Because if we're going to take this back and we're going to be all stats guy history here, WrestleMania 32, you know what Seth did at WrestleMania 32? He sat in that skybox and cried because he got screwed because that was supposed to be his WrestleMania, but he got a boo-boo on his little knee and he couldn't compete. So this is
little boo-boo?
Dude, he blew out his MCL trying to powerbomb Kane off a top rope. That's not me. But that's not me like hurting my wrist sledding down a hill,
That's like surgery.
Yes, he tore his ACL and MCL meniscus. I know, but he had that boo-boo thing going on. So this will be his revenge. He's on his revenge tour. He's out for the revenge of him not being able to make it for WrestleMania 32. So here we go. The road to Rollins to Dallas. I'm here for it. And I'll be there. He'll be champion. It's going to be a great time.
The only other thing for Rollins that I think could work that you'll hate that doesn't involve a title is Rollins and Cena.
Why?
I would like that.
Give him something to do. Dude, okay, so here's the thing. If John Cena comes in and Seth Rollins beats him, that only makes Seth Rollins bigger. That only makes Seth Rollins bigger for the unified champion if that happens. You know what I mean? He could come back and say he had the whole thing with, again, my whole thing, I'm going to beat this because I hate what he's doing right now. It's just they keep saying you're such a joke right now. You're such a clown right now. You're not taking this seriously. And that's how he beats Cena, by getting serious again. And then he's like, I'm serious again. I'm the architect. I'm going to burn it down. I'm going to beat Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar. Win the belt. I've beaten both of them before. I'm going to beat the belt. SummerSlam main event. There you go.
I like that.
That could work. It's always about beating someone means something. So if a legend comes in, you beat him, only makes you better. Him losing to John Cena would suck. But listen, the Peacemaker's great. Watch it on HBO Max.
Wrote
the review on thepopbreak.com.
Started the first episode today.
Oh, so good. But yes, Kimmy, that's Peacemaker's TV show.
I know that. I have HBO Max.
I always do that to Rob. I'm like, Rob, this guy's a wrestler. But yeah, I mean, that's I want to see Rollins in a high profile match. I don't want to see him in a ladder match. I don't want to see him Money in the Bank. I don't want to see that. I want to see him mean something.
Unless they make it a triple threat WrestleMania.
No.
He doesn't do triple threats.
The history.
Well, no, that's not true.
Did he win one?
Yeah, WrestleMania 34. Him, Miz, and Balor for the IC title.
I mean, okay.
But if they do Roman versus Brock versus Rollins, it'll be a history thing. That's just what.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. That. Yeah, I could see that. That actually works, and you could play all that in. That's at least interesting,
right?
It keeps your boy in the main event. And if you roll your eyes at that. Your boy's in a main event of WrestleMania. Come on. What do you want? I can't do anything more for you.
I want him to win a title and be so happy walking down the aisle at AT&T Stadium.
He's still gonna be happy. He's in the AT&T Stadium, Kimmy.
He's married to Becky Lynch as
His
a kid. What do you want?
He's millions of
I'm
dollars.
sure he's making a little bit more than I am a year. You know, in infinitely better shape. He's doing okay. He's all right. Seth Rollins is fine.
I don't
If
think
he started doing that, I'd be like, you son of a bitch.
Listen, I'm just going to say that 2021 was the only year Rollins didn't win a title, and I'm kind of depressed about it. So I just want him to hold gold. And the gold does not include him and Owens winning the tag team titles in the kickoff show of WrestleMania 38. And if that does happen, I'm going to punch a wall.
They would be, they should have great tag team run, though.
But I don't want to see that, though. I want him main title, like he's gonna wrestle the winner at the Royal Rumble.
I feel like we're in like a
Groundhog Day.
Yes. Yeah, like a weird paradox of WWE right now. Like I feel like what are they doing? I don't know if they're inventing themselves. I don't know if they're like I don't know where it's going.
I feel like the way it's going, it's like they have a plan. It indicates like they have a plan. But we all know they usually don't. Yeah. So it's like, imagine if they do have a plan. Imagine if The Rock is there. Imagine if, can I say the name that I've been saying for years and never happens? Ronda Rousey's there. Imagine if they're there.
But did you hear the rumors?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've also been predicting this to happen for like 3 years, you know, but like an idiot. Like, so it's like, because it made, I don't know, my ideas made sense. It's just like, if those are there, like those are marquee matchups, and like, okay, then we can have these things happen. That'd be great. I just don't know if I trust it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's like they've let us down so many times.
It's because everyone's hurt too. That's why they can't fill spots in the Rumble. McIntyre's
fired
out.
Everyone.
Oh, that too. But I was gonna focus on injury, and I was gonna segue to the Rumble.
Segue. Well, segue. Why don't you?
So the injury bug seems to be hitting the WWE locker room in 2022, which is why the projected Women's Royal Rumble winner is currently out of action until mid-February as we talk about the Sasha Banks. I'm talking about Sasha Banks.
I do that. I had to look it up too. Don't worry.
Tyler was like, who are you talking about? I'm like, Sasha Banks.
Like,
low-key while I'm listening.
So we're talking about the Women's Royal Rumble. So did everyone do what I told them to do? A number, how much time they're gonna last, and 2 surprises?
I'm winging this.
That
work.
No, I did not. Cause I mean, like I said, I'll try my best.
I have a theory.
You go with your theory. I like theories. Go ahead.
Shit.
As long as it's not Austin, I'm good with it.
We're on the Women's Royal Rumble first.
No, it's the joke. It's like, as long as it's not Austin theory, I'm all good. I'm all good with it.
Oh, no.
Ew.
It'll be number 30. Don't worry.
I will cry. Here's the thing. I don't know what's happening. I'm actually very confused on who's gonna win because I have nothing. It could be Bianca. It could be Liv. Bailey could come back. I don't know. Like, I don't remember her time frame, but she could come back. Yeah, okay, cool. With Ronda Rousey's things, she might interfere in Becky's thing or in the Royal Rumble. Like, I'm just kind of mad they introduced the women's, or like how many women were in there. I guess they didn't want to seem like there was no women in WWE, even though we know there's no women in WWE right now. But they could have left Summer Rae as a surprise. I would have loved that. I would have never thought she would work there again. Like, Michelle McCool, okay, like I get it. Like, she could be introduced.
She in it?
Early. Yeah, Michelle McCool's in it.
I mean, okay.
She's always in it.
I would love it if she's escorted to the ring. It's like Michelle McCool with her husband Mark, and it's just like you're a manager now. Good.
They could have kept Mickie James a surprise. You know what I mean? But I think the one surprise it's gonna be is Bailey for the women's, and then I'm trying to think for the second. I think it's gonna be Ronda.
No.
Because I don't know who else.
Okay. Asuka.
Oh,
Bill.
Let me have it.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, Asuka.
Yeah.
Asuka, Bailey. There was someone who was. Damn it! I had someone else really good, and I totally beefed it, and I forgot the name. Give me a second. Oh yes, here it is. It was pulled up. Lacey Evans.
Oh,
She's coming back. I think she's coming back because she's been hinting at a return. I think
she was good.
I mean,
After giving birth.
yeah, I mean, listen, great shape. I was never her hugest fan. I also thought they kind of dropped the ball when they had the whole thing where she was like a mom and a baby face, and that like was the perfect time to put the belt on her when everyone was like, yay, you're nice, we like you. And they're like, oh, stupid people, why put it on someone nice? So I do think that Bailey's going to come back. And the thing that sucks, and I think is a kind of a damning statement, is that we have not heard, and that might change by Tuesday. We haven't heard of any women from NXT being announced. It's like,
I heard they're not.
well, NXT UK is what I've heard is definitely not. That's what I've heard.
I heard because there's not really anyone people know from this NXT because
Dakota,
Dakota,
Raquel,
Mandy Rose was on the main roster. Like, that would be like,
ew.
No, but listen, if you're saying we're having problems filling the Rumble, I just named 4 women you could bring in. Kaylee Ray, I believe, was in a Royal Rumble
2 years ago.
So yeah, you could bring her in. You also like
no memory.
Listen, the last 2 years it's been a thing.
Yeah.
Or you can't rule out Beth Phoenix, like you said. You can't rule out Molly Holly, who's a producer. So like,
accept that. I thought she didn't do that.
I could be wrong. But I thought she did. But like the thing, I think what they wanted to do is they wanted to they released a whole bunch of women. They're like, okay, we have to like generate some interest, and people love. There's a diehard Bella Twin fans. The Mickie James thing was huge. And she came out and said, she's like, I got picked because I was Mickie James, not because I was the Impact champion. It's like, yikes, way to corporate synergy. So it's like, but yeah, this women's Rumble, like, it's frustrating because like they had this great roster and then they're like, let's get rid of it. Yeah. And they've really depleted their depth. But if you bring Asuka and Bailey back, that opens up so much. And so so like I said, it's either Bailey for me or they go Bianca.
Skylar, who's your winner? And I'll take you all on a ride.
You're like, Dana Brooke's gonna win, and here's why.
No.
But what if Lita wins?
That's the question.
Want Lita to win. She said she has one more run, and that would be cool. I'll be very jealous of Kimmy because she's going to Dallas. Oh no, I saw her win. I saw her wrestle. Never mind, I lied.
Hey, listen, Lita was supposed to have a run against Britt Baker too, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, but I think Lita or Bailey, or if Charlotte might screw, or like one of them's gonna screw each other out of the Rumble, and it's gonna be a whole thing.
I just don't think Charlotte should win it because that's the feel. Because if Charlotte wins it, then it's like, oh crap, they really might be unifying those belts.
Don't scare me, people.
No, wasn't it for her? Oh yeah, for her to choose who she wants to wrestle.
Yes. So that's why people have said that she's gonna win, so she could pick Sasha. Because it's like, oh crap, our winner's out. So everyone who's announced so far is Dana Brooke, Charlotte, Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley, Natalya, Shotzi Blackheart, Naomi, Aaliyah, Tamina Snuka, Shayna Baszler, Carmella, Zelina Vega, Nikki ASH, Kelly, Mickie James, Lita, Nikki and Brie Bella, Michelle McCool, and Summer Rae. So there are 9, if I could do math.
Yeah,
maybe.
9.
I can't do math. There's 9 spots left. I have a lot of mystery people listed in bold. So
right. I want to hear these because you have good polls, so let's hear it.
Oh, I have good polls. Ooh. So Alexa Bliss, who hasn't been announced
that's
yet.
right.
I forgot that.
She could do the 3 faces thing too.
Mick Foley, that shit.
That's been, I've heard that thrown around too much.
Oh, people are gonna
Then they just trademarked the goddess. Okay. Bailey, Asuka. If we're going to NXT, Cora Jade.
She could
Dakota.
skateboard to the ring.
Yeah.
Darby Allin like yell at her, and then she just comes back with a sick comeback.
That was
Darby Allin's wife can yell at him. She's like, "I'm in a feud with her. You're not helping."
They're not together.
Yeah, I are.
I hear that.
Oh,
I heard that.
They got divorced.
And now they're back together.
Oh my God, Priscilla.
Like, girl, what you doing?
Not with that man.
Listen, people make choices, as we clearly saw about 20 minutes ago when things happen.
Like, listen, everyone makes a choice, and everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man.
He, I think he was just announced for WrestleCon the other day, actually. Which is
He's in the Royal Rumble.
The fact that what's his name showed up last night and almost fought a fan.
Oh, Jack Garrett.
So
Virgil.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's been a long day.
Hasn't it? Dakota Kai, Dewdrop, Cameron. Are we
I
getting?
thought she got announced already.
Mm-mm.
Oh, did they? Did I hear that? No. I saw that on Twitter like a long time ago.
I don't want it.
I
She
texted
said
you
80
about it.
No. I saw that on I saw like a site report that.
Wasn't she supposed to? I thought she was contracted with AEW like a long.
No,
was that what
she was in that tournament, and they're like, "Thanks."
See ya. You suck.
No, they're just like, "Thanks." Yeah, cool.
She's
Catch you later.
so bad.
Melina.
I'm Willow Nightingale. That's what That's what should happen.
Willow Nightingale. Melina.
I will cry.
Oh, that'd be real. That'd be really interesting. Has she been in every one?
No, she hasn't been.
No, she hasn't been in one yet.
Was she in the Battle Royal? I feel like she's been in the WWE. Like,
No, she was back for like Legends Night.
Yeah, she was back for Legends Night.
yeah, that'd be great.
I would love Melina.
It's like I'm booking the company or something over here.
It's like Kimmy's like Kimmy knows wrestling or something like that. Come on.
Oh, I wonder. Io Shirai.
That's what I mean. It's like you don't want to bring up NXT people, but you have Io Shirai, who's just like, okay, she'll put a garbage can on and do a moonsault out to the outside and knock 10 people out. I mean, like that's stuff like, oh no, the one I want, and I think will happen is Wendy Chu from NXT 2.0. She will get in the ring, she'll get so tired, she'll fall asleep in the corner till like the final to like that, like everyone's in, like there's no more entrance. She wakes up and she just is a house of fire. She knocks like 3 people out. Someone tosses her out. Everyone boos. Someone else has said, what happens if she falls asleep past her pick? Someone takes her spot, or she falls asleep and then she comes out towards the end. Like she is like the comedy gold for that, and she's also great in the ring. So like
they do it right,
which they won't. But I mean, like, she's Orange Cassidy. That's what she is. She's like like not exactly the same, but she is that very funny, can wrestle, charismatic character that they're sorely missing. And will screw it up.
I'm just scared for her going if she ever goes to the main roster with that character. Vince won't show her wrestling ability.
Oh, you know who I forgot to put on this list that they didn't announce either?
Stephanie McMahon.
No. Xia Li.
Oh shit! And she's been in like every one.
She has?
She's been in a lot of those.
I don't think she was in the first one. I think she was in the second one.
She's been in a bunch, and everyone's like, "Who is this?" Because they also had like, I remember she was at the WrestleMania Royal, and she was part of the NXT contingent for WrestleMania. And they're like, "Who is that?" I'm like, "Oh, it's Xia Li. She's one of their first signings from China." And they're like, "I never see her," and I'm like, "Yeah."
And now she's debuted, so that'd be kind of nice. I think low key if Sasha Banks could come back, I think that'd be kind of cool. Raquel Gonzalez, Sonya Deville, and I'm gonna do some tinfoil here. Not that I know anything. Kairi Sane.
Contract's up at the end of February.
Already.
No, it didn't. Did it end?
February.
I don't know if WWE out of her name.
Interesting. And last but not least, the one and only Paige. Hello, she's been trending every day.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
A lot online.
Yeah, she's been busy. That legitimately would be a huge moment if she come back. That's as big. That's bigger to me than no offense to the Christian return, to all that stuff. Like that would be huge. That would be a great moment.
Because she's so young.
And they'd have to be real careful with her though. But I mean, like, it would be great if she came back.
But I don't
Which
know.
now gives me an idea for the men's Rumble. So thanks.
But I don't know
No
because
problem.
the way she's been acting online since she's finally back on Twitter, the way she's been interacting with everyone is not very WWE.
Oh,
at
she
all.
never has though. But that could be like a thing though. Like I don't know. Like her coming back would be huge though.
It would be huge. I would love it. That's my childhood.
I would be so happy. And you heard it here first, guys. First one.
That is a great pick. I hope you go on Love Culture Podcast later and when you do your predictions, you'll be like, guys, I have the best pick ever. Boom.
But my winner is not any of the people. Well, it's actually one of the people I just named. So
Sasha.
no.
I love
I think it's gonna be Bailey. I think it makes the most sense. But I don't know who she wrestles.
I do. If you're not unifying the belts, she fights Charlotte.
it.
And she
what
finally
does Sasha do?
I don't know, I'll figure it out. I'll figure something
Give
out.
them more than one woman match that doesn't go for 2 seconds.
So what you could do is you could make the tag belts mean something and have Sasha go for the tag belts with somebody. I know. But
Tag belts.
I know.
What are those?
Listen. But Bailey is the perfect person to go against Charlotte because she's the person who can get everyone to hate Charlotte. And even though Bailey is a heel, she'll get everyone. It'll be such a great dynamic. And has Bailey ever won at WrestleMania? And she was off last.
That's WrestleMania 33.
That was her first WrestleMania.
The Fatal 4-Way. Her, Sasha, Charlotte, and Nia Jax in her hometown, California.
I thought she lost that.
No,
No,
she
she-
won not. That's
Or
how
let-
forgettable it is.
Oh, all right. But so I would love to have her win, especially since she was left off last year. And there's all this fuel there. And people I think have, come 360, done full circle on her where now they're like, yeah, we love her. She's great. Ding dong, hello, she's a babyface now. You know what I mean? She is. Everyone
I
loves
feel
her.
like we can be a betweener.
Oh yeah. Well, she could be the babyface in Charlotte's feud because everyone doesn't like Charlotte.
Yeah.
So, and then when she goes to face Liv Morgan or someone, everyone's gonna boo her. So it's like it makes sense.
So now we're going to pick who Seth Rollins is going to face, guys. The men's Royal Rumble. Who Rollins is going to face? No? You know
Well,
what?
I mean that's your pick. So I mean, yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, so this is who Seth Rollins is going to face. I'm not going to go through my list of like 20 people that could show up here because
Well, that's lame. That's the best part is the speculation, man. And you have good polls. Come on. You
But there's like, okay. There's some wild names on here. I went all.
Oh, I'm gonna shoot mine out before you do it because I want the credit. Corey Graves.
Yes, I was thinking that.
I had to listen. Dad
Yes.
needed to win.
I
I needed to win.
I give you wins all the time.
Not on this podcast. I gotta take one, man.
You've been here twice.
No, I gotta listen, man. You gotta smoke it if you got them. So listen. You cook your McGraw over here. You gotta quick. Besides, you probably have 10 of the picks, other ones I have in there.
I probably do. Okay, so now Skylar, before I list my people, do you have anybody? Or no?
I don't know who's been out.
Guys,
I generally don't. I don't know who's gonna be in the match.
Skylar, there's an obvious one that if this doesn't happen, it's gonna be the laughing stock of WWE. Veer is coming at the Royal Rumble.
That would I drops Corey Graves. Send Veer. And if they don't do Send Veer, you're missing out.
They were like Taz was quite salty about that though.
He is.
He is.
This is the thing.
It's Taz.
He's salty, man. Hey, listen, it's his kid too. So like you got a double salt there. Come on.
Also, he's a New Yorker, so
True. We're horrible people.
yeah.
In case you couldn't tell.
I
We
mean,
suck.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I'm from
Hey,
Jersey. I'm worse.
Listen, I went to Manhattan in the 0 degrees the other day. Worst experience of my life.
I got a couple more. I got a couple more worse ones for you. But who else do you got coming in?
Okay, we have Shinsuke Nakamura because they didn't announce that either. The Untitled Championship. Oh,
Wait.
what's that? Bill? Do you know what that is? I don't know what that is either.
Long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. It's a title that Mr. Perfect and Kerry Von Erich used to have.
Oh my god. Rick Books, because guitars. He can like play the guitar.
I could see him being in it. It's like that. Like every year they have like one that you're like, really? That guy? Okay.
He's not bad.
Edge.
Good.
Edge could enter after his tag team match. The Miz, because they have nothing for him either. Apollo Crews and Dabba-Kato, because they're not doing anything. All these people that they have yet to announce are not doing anything, and it's
I
the
don't
most.
want Apollo in it.
What's
I
wrong
want
with
the
Apollo?
hate train.
Why?
I
What has he
don't-
ever done to you?
He's not
One of my favorite interviews ever.
Really?
He and I got in trouble with WWE PR because we started talking. He was in NXT. We started talking about his trainer, Mr. Hughes, and we just started going off about Mr. Hughes and just like laughing. And they're like, "Hi guys, can you please stay on the subject, or we're gonna cancel this interview?" And I'm like, "Shit!" And I'm like, and both he and I were like, "All right, sorry." Great guy.
See, he's so nice, and Skylar's like, I hate him.
No, I believe he's a nice guy. I just don't
Well,
find him
yeah.
entertaining.
Salt of the earth, father of many, or at least two. How dare you try and take food out of his child's mouth?
No, I'm not.
No, I'm kidding. Is Kofi
Okay,
Kingston
come on,
announced for
he's
this?
been there for
Yes,
years.
he is.
I mean, he's got to do his spot. So
Oh,
Yeah.
of course. Cesaro, Ricochet, Brock Lesnar, and Roman Reigns, and I'm gonna cry if any of them are in the Rumble. I'm just gonna, gonna cry. Bobby Lashley, Seth Rollins, in case he doesn't win, unless Seth Rollins wins and he wins the Rumble and then he gets to wrestle himself, and then it's just like a wonderful, amazing time. Cameron Grimes.
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh yeah.
Doing
wanted
nothing
Bill-
with it.
I wanted Bill to stop being disappointed in me, so I thought of somebody that Bill.
No, these are all really logical, good picks. Like these are all very good. The Seth Rollins fighting himself thing, like, all right, it's a little outside the box.
No, but your
all right.
picks, I love your picks, Kimmy.
Oh, I'm not done. There's more. That's the sad part. Walter, Gunther.
I don't think they. You know why they won't put him in? Just because.
The whole.
Although they would troll, they would do that just to troll everybody.
I hate it. As a Jew, I hate it.
He was fine as Walter.
Walter's a badass name. It fits him. He looks like a Walter.
Yeah, I mean,
What?
yeah, he does. I mean,
He
it's
does.
like his name.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like
Perfect name. His
perfectly fine.
parents knew what he was doing. They were doing.
Y2J.
I think I
Heard
felt
no forbidden door.
Oh, so did I. But if we're gonna put a name on there, we're gonna put a name on there.
Only if he comes out to Judas. I mean, if he did, I mean, that'd be pretty rad.
Well, Mickey's coming out to Hardcore Country, which is a bop. That song.
Is she gonna come out to Hardcore Country?
She confirmed that herself.
She
No,
said
it's-
like it's in the negotiation.
Well, we'll see.
It's a
Oh.
bop.
I'll see. I'll hear it to believe it. Unfortunately.
Bray Wyatt. Oh wait, Skylar, you could go. Sorry.
Oh,
I'd say she has a title in her hand.
that's the question.
No.
Yeah, so someone said this that no one ever brings the title to the ring during the Rumble.
Mike
No,
said
has-
that.
Yes, and I think that's true. I don't think anyone's ever brought a belt to the ring with them. But it'd be cool if she did.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's gonna come out the 24 title.
yes.
Oh, that'll happen.
There's gonna be a whole 24 title incident.
Oh.
I have a feeling.
Do you have a feeling that the Fiend is gonna let you into the Royal Rumble?
No.
Wow. I was trying to segue there and you just
Well, at least you tried. I mean, it was a valiant effort.
thank you.
I appreciate it.
Bill stole Corey Graves. Elias, because where the hell is this man?
I don't know.
They got nothing for him. He might be the next one that gone.
February 3rd. Save the date, everybody.
It's the investor call.
Save the date. Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't announced him either. Jinder Mahal. I said Veer. Mace. Bill's other guy.
T-bar, baby.
Barmania.
T-bar mania.
Is, Mansoor,
I can see that him definitely being in it.
Yeah.
Pete Dunne.
Yes.
You all right? Okay.
I
Okay.
love Pete Dunne.
Wow.
Lesbian. I love Pete Dunne.
Yeah, we know. Miss.
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah. Not a lot of people know I'm gay. I don't look it.
Tommaso Ciampa.
It would be smart.
The dyed beard and all.
I'm not a fan of that.
No, me neither.
And then R-Truth, Reggie, and then if we're going to free Mustafa Ali.
No.
No, he's not going to be in there.
Oof, that sucks.
Yep.
Yeah, it does actually.
A lot.
So who's everyone's winner? Phil, who's your winner? Who's facing Seth Rollins?
I'm not giving you my winner yet because there are people afoot. Jeff Jarrett. And if you don't believe it, he was on SmackDown this week. That guy's ass is probably going to be in the Royal Rumble. You still have Kane. Who's going to eliminate Johnny Knoxville? Kane.
Sami Zayn.
He's going to get, no, Johnny Knoxville.
Sami Zayn will be eliminated by Kane as well.
And then Kane's going to get Knoxville.
Yeah. The Hurricane. I could see him being thrown in there. Obviously,
Didn't he get fired?
No, he's back.
No.
I thought he got fired.
He did
He did.
2 years ago, I want to say.
No, recently, because he was a producer.
No, Road Dogg got fired.
Road Dogg got fired.
But no, Hurricane's still there.
Oh.
And Road Dogg will be at the big event March 5th in Queens. Get your tickets.
You didn't know? But you know what would be a wild one? Do you know what would be a wild one that no one has mentioned? I don't know if it'll actually happen. Triple H.
They said he can't go in the ring anymore because of his boo-boo.
Yeah,
it was hard attack.
Like, I didn't know they didn't say he was on the no contact list because I was like, I have one for you. I know Mike Mueller is going to say The Rock.
He's not on this show. Doesn't count.
Well, I'm going to say that's a pretty good pick for a surprise because here's the thing. It's WrestleMania. We're on the road to WrestleMania and we need something. So it could be The Rock. But otherwise, I would love it from NXT. Like, if they're just going to go for funny haha, Tony D'Angelo.
Oh,
I
like him.
Tony D'Angelo. That's right. They had to change the name because they found out.
Tony D'Angelo.
Tony D'Angelo. That dog.
But that dog's in the Rumble.
The dog's in the Rumble.
Carlos, you're going to St. Louis.
Oh my God. No. Thank you so much. Other ones like I don't think you can rule like a Carlito showing up. Everyone keeps saying Moose. I don't think that's gonna happen. I mean, I think it would get an okay reaction, but I don't think it would happen. Braun Breaker would be cool.
He's gonna smash through a W instead of an X.
He can smash through whatever he wants. He's a Steiner son. I'm a huge Steiner Brothers fan, so yeah, I would love to see him. My ultimate would have been great, but it'll never happen. Would be Cody Rhodes. Would have loved to have seen it.
That would,
but it's not going to happen. Like I also thought Cody Rhodes coming out to help Matt Cardona last night would have been.
Yeah.
Talk about that Bully Ray heat, brother. That would have been so good. I'm like, oh,
I love that we all they all said "fuck you, Bully." That was a
well deserved.
He deserved it.
He did.
Not the best take. But it's like, yeah, I think that would have been fun. But my ultimate winner of the Royal Rumble.
And who is facing Seth Rollins?
Sure.
I actually think Seth Rollins is going to win the Royal Rumble. I don't think he's going to beat Roman Reigns. I think Seth Rollins is going to win the Rumble. The more we talked about it, that triple threat match, especially if The Rock doesn't happen, that triple threat match is the money match, especially if you do a unification or even if one of them doesn't have a belt at some point, like if say Bobby Lashley beats Brock Lesnar. If you have Seth and Brock versus Roman, that's a story that tells itself for the next few months. And I think it's really interesting. And it's not been done, those three in the ring at the same time in a bell-to-bell match. You know,
they all have separate histories.
Yeah, so I think that would be great. And I'm going to go Seth Rollins.
I love the pick.
I agree. I can't see anyone else winning.
I'll let you know the only other person I thought could come back and win, Braun Strowman.
Oh no, we have to free our narrative, Bill.
No, and that's why I'll laugh, because Ring of Honor spent like 30 minutes on that crap, and then it was like, oh, by the way, he freed his narrative all the way back to a New Deal and he won the Rumble. You know what I mean? Because again, who's the only like name guy you could bring in that would matter a hill of beans? Brian Danielson's not coming back.
He'll be there because his wife's in it. His kids are going to be there too.
Yeah, it doesn't mean he's going to be in it.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, he's going to be in sync.
Sure, but I mean, like, you know, there's no one else big that's out there. I mean, like, Okada's not walking out, you know? I don't see that. Like, I think...
Imagine?
Like,
I feel like there's no one.
I hate it.
Like, I can't think of anyone either. Like, there's a difference, right? I feel like there's a difference, like, with the women and the men right now, because, like, there could be big names coming for the women, but with the men, I see nothing.
Yeah.
That's why I tried to be creative because, you know, I'm thinking who is going to wrestle Seth Rollins at WrestleMania, you know, thinking long term. So I'm down to Owens because I think that makes sense.
I would love it if he
I
won.
love that.
I think he signed his deal for a reason, as Carlos is trying to walk all over me. Oh, thank you for sitting. Thank you for being a good boy.
Obviously named after Puerto Rican wrestling legend Carlos Colon.
That definitely is not it, because this is not my dog. Well, my Carlos.
It is.
Hi, Carlos. So I think Owens makes sense because, you know, the rematch from WrestleMania 36 in front of fans, Owens wins the title and finally gets his due after signing his new contract. I think that's an amazing story to go with, but they're not going to do it. But I threw a wild card, AJ Styles.
Be another great one.
Eh.
I trust me. I've been a fan of Uncle Alan since he was in WCW.
Oh, Skylar doesn't like AJ.
I don't like his style of wrestling. That's just it.
Oh, good wrestling?
Technical wrestling.
He's not that technical.
He's not a technical wrestler.
He's a high flyer. Or he was.
He was. In TNA, he was. He's more technical now.
Well, he's, you know, he's older. Old. It's a little bit of pappy now. He's Uncle Alan. But AJ is a great pick. Owens is a good pick. Well, Skylar, who's your pick? I don't remember you saying it. You probably did. I'm just like,
I thought Rollins. I generally don't. I'm generally.
Yeah.
I have no idea this year. Usually, I'm like, oh, they're definitely winning. You
well, it's
know?
like Drew McIntyre. We knew 2 years ago. It's like, yeah, Drew's going to be the guy.
We knew Rollins was going to win the other one. We knew Becky was going to win. We knew Charlotte was going to win. I just don't know.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time. I was like, cool. I can. DraftKings is in New York now. I can finally do it. You know, I am not wasting
I
on pay-per-view right now because I have no idea what's happening.
Well, the other one is like a former champion is like Big E. Could he win? I don't think he's got a shot.
Exactly. Anyone can have a shot this year.
Yeah.
I'd cry.
It just depends on which trigger they're gonna pull.
Oh, you know who? I hated if they went with like Randy Orton wins. And you're like, why?
No, he's feuded with Alpha Academy.
I know.
Randy. That's the match. It's gonna be Orton and Riddle.
Yeah, just give me that.
I just love it. But like he's not Randy right now. He's Randall. With that mustache, he's Randall.
He's something right. Something right.
I love Randy.
Do you? Bill doesn't. Bill hates Randy. And LA Knight.
I don't hate anybody. I
agree with LA Knight.
LA Knight's very much a thing. He's very much a mood.
He's there.
He's best when he's like, dummy, yeah. And then when he gets in the ring, I'm just like, I'm okay.
Roderick Strong could show up.
Yeah, it's just like,
you know what's crazy? We never got Undisputed Era in the Royal Rumble when they were there.
Adam Cole was.
Adam Cole.
2019. Yeah. I have a lot of.
That was the year. So 2019 was.
Gargano was in that one too.
Pete Dunne. They were almost all in a row. Who else was Dream? No, Malachi.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that's when he took out Ambrose. I remember that.
Yeah, so that was that year, 2019 was good. 2020 was good. That's like Keith Lee came in that year in 2020, which I was like, oh, Keith Lee comes back, because someone tweeted at him, was like, I miss you on WWE TV. He's like, don't worry, I'm working on it, on changing that. And I was like, does that mean he's going back to WWE?
I think he's gonna make us miss him. I think he's gonna not. Sorry, I'm having a brain fart.
Words. It's okay. Words are hard. I tell Bill this all the time.
Listen, he'd be great if he went to New Japan. That's where he'd be great.
Oh yes.
I always wanted to go to Japan.
Married. I think he's getting married soon to Mia Yim soon.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and who should have been in the Rumble.
God, I'm so mad.
Yes, that is literally WWE. The last 2 years, I'm so mad.
Skylar, if you come to Albany, you can meet Mia Yim. She'll be there.
No, I know. I might be working at.
I know, that's what I'm telling you. I'm telling you she's gonna be there. So like,
I'm seeing Kevin February 9th. I'm gonna be doing his draft with him. I'm using Excel for the first time. I gotta try that. He'll get mad.
Oh boy, promotion stuff is fun.
So yeah, I like the Royal Rumble a lot, and I think no matter what happens, I think it's still going to be enjoyable.
I agree.
If Rollins wins, it'll be enjoyable.
The only one, you know what, the only Rumble of recent years I didn't like? I didn't love the one where they brought Bryan back after he had been gone for a long time.
The greatest Royal Rumble in Saudi?
No. When Bryan came back, it was in Philly, and I think Bray Wyatt eliminated him, and everyone's like, "Why did you bring him back for so early? Just to eliminate him?" And then the Roman won, and The Rock came out, and everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, that was not the best one.
Along with the Batista one the year before that.
Yeah, Batista. Ooh, hot.
That was. We were like, we're either getting Batista or Roman. This sucks.
Yeah, well, they did that all wrong.
Mm-hmm.
One day they'll get it right, and hopefully it is this year where Rollins is going to do something amazing, whether it's winning the Rumble or winning a championship down the line. So, Skylar, give us your shameless promo, and you can even plug our review show, which we are doing at some point after the Rumble.
So, hi, Sky here.
Hi.
You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok underneath Skylar __ Nicole. I just changed my profile picture on everything, so it actually looks like me now.
Stop changing your hair. Then we won't have this problem.
Look, I'm keeping it orange. I like it. You can catch me with Damage 365. Cool. I want yelling at me. Damage 365. If I ever do signings, I'm pretty sure I'll know soon when I'm doing a signing or with people helping with signings and everything. Probably big event.
Yes. Did you see who they just announced?
Just now?
Michael Buffer.
Oh.
Let's get ready to rumble.
So big event's the weirdest thing to me for some reason.
Why? Baseball? Ooh, wait. Okay. Baseball, football, wrestling.
It's just like such a wide thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So my name is Bill Bodkin. I'm the editor-in-chief of thepopbreak.com. Check us out every single day. You can see Kimmy writes there a bunch. She writes a whole bunch of good stuff. It's about wrestling. She just wrote a review of the Ring of Honor women's behind-the-scenes documentary and the Women of Honor tournament, the Ring of Honor women's title tournament. Sorry. Follow us on Twitter at the Pop Break and on Instagram at the Pop Break. Of course, thepopbreak.com. Movies, television, music, pop culture, pro wrestling, everything that's really cool. Again, I am the co-host of the Socially Distanced podcast, which drops every single Friday on Apple, Google, Anchor, and Spotify. Right now, we're in our Book of Boba Fett review series with Kimmy Talks Wrestling alumnus Amanda Rivas of Mission Pro Wrestling. And I'm at Bodkin Writes on Twitter for all my dumb stuff about wrestling and the Pop Break.
And your Adam Page gifts.
And my Adam Page gifts, yes.
That I see very randomly on my profile. I'm like, poor Bill.
Yeah, that means it's a bad day in the neighborhood.
So I'm gonna do a quick shameless promo because I keep getting yelled at that I'm taking too long by people who live here. So all I'll say is that the show is coming back starting next week. And this semester is not going to kick my ass like semester 5 did. Oh. And I'm working with the big event at WrestleCon. I can't say who with, but I'm working with them, so I'm going to Dallas. Yay! Next signing, Baltimore. Oh crap! I'm going to Baltimore next week. Baltimore Celeb Fest 3. I am back with my mentor Maria Kanellis. I remembered that. I definitely did. I'm gonna be with Dark Order members 5 and 10. I'm gonna be with Daniel Garcia. We're gonna have such a fun time. So if you're in the Baltimore area, come out. I'm booked every weekend in March leading up to Dallas, and you will get to all that craziness. Thanks, Bill and Skylar, for being here with me. And this is super chaotic and last minute, and I greatly appreciate it. So
Love you.